Hello and good morning, everyone. It is 71 degrees, dew point 65. We are officially warm out there. Looking good, though. The fog has burnt off. At least that's what Linda says in LeCount there. But it looks like it has for everyone this morning. It looks good out there. Very warm, very humid, but not to where we're going to get in the summer. Now, it does look like we are heading toward not the summer pattern, but we are doing that transition that we do in May where we get toward that summer pattern. So it's going to be consistently warm and humid. I don't see any good cool downs in the next week or so, and I don't think we're going to probably be talking much about cool downs here as we get further into the future. This is what we have going on radar. Actually, I'm going to jump to that first. We have storms up north. Now, I'm going to show you why these storms are going to kind of stay away from us for the next few days here in a little bit, but it is really going to be active up to the north, and darn these responsibilities. I go chasing sometimes locally, and occasionally I go out into the plains and whatever. So the guy who's doing the cameras for us, which I've stopped giving a time estimate because we're at the peak of severe season, and he's a big storm chaser, does all that stuff. Yesterday he goes, "Hey, if you don't have plans this weekend, you could come up into the plains and drive for me." And I have plans. I have to do stuff. I have responsibilities. So for how people get excited and they're like, "Hey, Nick, if you ever want me to go chasing with you," this was me getting to have that feeling and then being like, "No, I can't do it. I've got to do adult stuff." But big storms up to the north. Nothing for here right now. Here's what temperatures look like area-wide, 65 to 71 degrees. We're at 71, as I said, right here at home. And it looks partly cloudy. It looks, partly cloudy to mostly clear. Lots of sun. A little more sun than yesterday, so we get up into the mid-80s. Oh, love and kisses to you, Kristen. Oh, the kitties. Well, you love me though. That's good. Yeah, okay. And I hope you're enjoying the Scrambler house. Mid-80s for today though in that planner here in my house or outside my house here. She's up in Missouri visiting with Mama right now. Mid-70s right now, and it looks like we are gonna mid-70s next hour. We're gonna get up into the mid-80s. I'm all flustered. 80s for everyone across the state today, and then overnight tonight lows they dip back down to the 60s, maybe some low 70s as moisture continues to return. But why does this moisture not lift and become thunderstorms? We'll talk about that in just a second here. But you see it kind of a hard cutoff there. A slight risk even sneaks in tomorrow to the extreme northwestern tip of Louisiana, and then you see that enhanced risk further north. We also have those big storms in the forecast once again on Saturday, and Sunday is when rain chances start to creep in for us, and there is that severe threat. Now, Monday is when the rain chances peak across our area, but no severe outlook delineated, as the wind fields are going to be weakening, so we're not going to see as much wind shear, but it does look like we're going to see some rain and thunderstorms. But on Monday, as of now, I could see this being a marginal risk type day. But for now, we're not seeing anything serious. Now, for the next 3 days, here's why we're not seeing rain in the area. Notice that big trough, that dip out west, and then we have the ridge overhead. So that's very clear and pronounced. And we're going to be right on the edge of that here over the next few days. So it's not going to take much. You're not going to have to go far to the west. I mean, Dallas up to Oklahoma City, going to see tons of storm activity. And then that ridge just hangs just overhead and just to the east of us. So it looks like we stay pretty calm here. Now, getting towards Saturday, it starts to flatten out a little bit, but it still looks like that ridge is going to be in place, and we are going to see rain chances stay kind of low. And that's all it takes is a ridge like that just to have some sort of influence, kind of crush the storm development, and that's what we're going to see here for the next few days. But by Monday on the GFS, you can see how everything kind of starts to wiggle its way down to the south. We get some rain in the area, and I think a decently heavy rain out of this with probably 1 to 3 inches for most, especially across the northern half of the state, and then it's kind of just scattered storms. It's not the summer pattern, but that transition toward that summer pattern where we get weaker wind fields and it stays really warm and really humid, but it's not quite to that point where I'll be in tears just yet. So 1 to 3 inches of rain through Wednesday. You can see again, like we've seen in the last several events, south of I-10, those rain totals drop to almost nothing, so they're pretty dry down that way. Up here, we get some rainfall, and it's good to kind of have that table set because as we heat up, we are going to see those drought conditions try to creep back in if we keep the rain at bay. And it looks like, at least up here, we're not going to keep it at bay. We're going to keep rain chances in the forecast starting Wednesday. What am I thinking? Sunday, that starts off at about 40%. Yeah, we have rain chances Friday and Saturday, but nothing organized. So, as I said, you get through the weekend, I think, pretty much. I think by Sunday afternoon, we'll get some scattered activity in the area. Monday is the big show. It looks like we get good chances for rain across the entire area, and then that lingers into Tuesday. Wednesday, things try to shut down, and the only thing keeping temperatures cooler there to start next week is going to be the rain in the area. Then that front does come through, takes lows down at about 5 degrees, mid-60s, to start you off on Tuesday and Wednesday. So it's going to be windy this weekend as well, with gusts over 30 miles per hour possible. Let's take a look at how we go into the early portion of May. I've been talking about it a lot. It's going to be warm with those highs in the mid to upper 80s, probably some 90s, trying to, right at 90, trying to get into the area. And then the rainfall totals, those are going to actually be pretty much below normal. We're not seeing any organized threats coming in for rainfall. So good news for the farmers. I know there's some planning still going on. I think the soybeans, this is me, my Twyla hat. I just did my Twyla report for this week in Louisiana agriculture. So I did that, and I'm going through, and I know like crop reports and stuff, so that's kind of cool. It helps me out on the ag side of things, and helps me, I guess, know a little more about what I do here. So if you are planning on getting things out there in the fields, it looks like you have a pretty good window. Probably after that next rainfall, we dry out again, and we warm up, so we'll be drying things out even quicker. That is about it for today. No significant severe threats on the horizon, so that's our good news for the day. And it looks like your weekend's going to be pretty good. Though if you plan on going fishing, it's going to be kind of windy. Let me make sure I didn't miss anything important, like what my wife ordered for breakfast or something. Nope, that's it. Okay, guys, I'll see you back here tomorrow morning. Have a wonderful Thursday, and we're closing in on that weekend. Always a good thing.